What up, my guys? You already know, man. It's your girl V-Henny, man. You're rocking with the Artistry. Catch us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play, everything. Link below. You already know. All you gotta do is click, 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 click. Fuck that shit. But what's good, guys? What's good, man? It's just there's so much going on that I want to share. Yo, August, what's going on with you, bruh? Like, um, it's all over social media with the whole August Alsina. He revealed the fact that he he was basically the side chick to Jada Pinkett Smith, right? And I was just thinking, like, damn, like he literally, spilled the tea with Angela Yee, and I was like, yo, y'all side chicks, y'all side pieces need that NDA moving forward, man. I'm like, what is it with you guys? What is it that you don't understand that you are the biscuit to this two-piece chicken meal? You understand? Like, like, it's crazy. Like, what is it with you guys? Like, what is it? Don't get mad at me, yo. Side chicks and side pieces, don't get mad at me, but understand that you are the side piece. So, like, for you to sit down and actually think that Jada was going to leave Will Smith, bro, I'm a body. I'm gay as fuck. Everybody know this. I wouldn't even leave Will Smith. You understand? Like, so listening to that story, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was a great interview. And I understood his point. His point of views with a lot of things. He's been through a lot. So his growth is definitely inspiring. But just the whole like fact that you putting it out there, and I get it. He probably got tired of like staying quiet, and I get that. I really do. I just I hope like bro, you was a side chick. Like like, did you really thought she was gonna leave Will? Like that's what I was like. Come on, my guy. So I just felt like moving forward, yo. Like, if you're a side chick or side piece, leave a comment. I need to know your thoughts. I need to know how you truly like. Have you reached that place where you really thought that you was gonna become the main person? That you thought this 3-piece meal was gonna become back to a 2-piece meal, but you was gonna remove the breast, and and the person will settle for you being the thighs. Like, I need to understand this, and maybe I'm just fucked up overall. So with events going on, I'm so happy that I have my dates ready. A lot of people are ready for performing. Like, so I'm right now in the works with an artist. We are doing a concert series. Shout out to Flex. Flex has been announcing that he's doing like an event as well. I believe it's 10 parties. And I was just like, damn, bro. Like, and I got excited. I was like, okay, 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 yo, we coming, we opening up. So I'm excited because I mean, I don't know, as you as an artist how you feel, but would you perform in person? Like, I feel like you have like the 50% where they're like skeptic about it. Then you have the other 50, they're like, yo, fuck this virus. I want to just perform. You understand? So I know, again, I finally have confirmed the dates for Bowery Electric and the West End and other venues. So I am planning concert series. So I'm so excited. Like I said, I was listening to Funk Master Flex, and I was like, yo, just hearing him amp it up and promote his events, I was just like, yes, we're fucking opening up, man. And that shit was super. I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I know, again, like, some people are not, because I think you guys in Florida are not, because I think you guys are closing up again. Speaking of which, what the fuck is that about when you're taking the plane back to New York and you gotta sign like a contract stating, I don't know exactly what it says in the contract in itself, but this shit is stating that you have to quarantine for automatically for 2 weeks. So I'm like, damn, it's already starting. That's like people don't realize it's already starting. Like you have others, they're like, yeah, that's good. They should do that. No, 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 no. Understand, this is all part of like the whole control, taking our rights situation. Like seriously, yo, like this shit is taking our rights. So you're just signing, and I'm wondering, like, are you even reading these fucking contracts? I've heard it from two people already, and I'm like, shit, like, I wonder what that contract is stating though, because like, is there fine prints? Are you saying, yes, I so and so am giving out my life and soul to the United States of America? Like, are you fucking signing this shit away? That shit is crazy. So, um, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I feel like it got me so deep in the rabbit hole with these theories that maybe I'm starting to feel like it's happening. It's happening. It's little by little they're doing it. They're taking away our rights, and we're just not realizing it. Or you have some like such as myself who are open and who can't see what's going on. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, Friday, Pop Smoke's album dropped. May he rest in peace, bro. That album, I'm getting so many different feedbacks. My feedback is the fact that I feel like this album was very well produced. I like the beat selections, because the first one, I mean, everybody knows that I listen to Pop. So I'm a Pop Smoke fan. So I listened to that first album, and it grew on me. The first time I listened to it, I was like, yo, it's cool. And I remember saying it on the show. I was like, it's cool. It's just like, for me, the beats was repetitive. You understand? So I was like, it's cool. It's just like every song sound the same. So now with this album, it actually doesn't sound the same. I love the beat selections. I guess the fact of hearing his voice, it just amped me up, We all know that Pop wasn't your most lyrical artist, but he just knew how to make a fucking song, bro. And it was just like I was in my happy place listening to him. Shout out to 50 Cent. I know at the beginning, like recently this week, a few people were upset with 50 because he just kept giving different types of cover arts on his Instagram, and they were just like, come on, pick one. Some of the qualities were horrible for the cover art. And the day of, which was on Friday, he released the proper cover art, to furthermore let people know his album is out. And he stated that that the cover art was handpicked by his mom. So I feel like that was dope, because I know I saw his brother, Pop Smoke's brother, which I'm cool with. Obasi was just, he felt a certain way, as he should. I feel like as he should, as like, if Pop was my brother, I want to be a part of this, because this is my blood. This is somebody I was close to, and for you not to involve me in his work, that when he passed away, when he recently passed away within this year, and you're not involving me, I probably would have took it personally as well. So I just feel like 50's tactic was the fact that he was, how he is. He's a troll, or he likes to fuck with people, like manipulate them in a sense. So I feel like he kept putting different cover arts just to promote Pop Smoke, promote the different styles of art for Pop Smoke that other people did, and to amp up the crowd. Like, and it doesn't even matter if the reaction was either negative or positive. It was just to amp them up so they can come. They can go on Friday and upload and download the album. So I think for me, I think it was a smart move. I feel like it was a smart move what he did, if it was a marketing aspect of his. Um, then academic, you're fucking, yo. You know what? Academic, like, it's like academic. I never was a fan of him, and on the show, like, I tell people, like, um academic, for me, he always used to renege. He reneged. He'll be like, he'll talk shit. His personality and his character was very suspect. Me personally, I didn't fuck with academics. So for him to get canceled, yes, that's what I'm talking about, yo. Like, first of all, if you your academics, if you was to ever disrespect my wife, I would smack the shit out of you, bro. Like, I would literally smack the shit out of you. You're bugging. You're bugging. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Cause John Legend, take a piano and smack the shit out of him. That's what you need to do. Take that piano and smack the shit out of him. Go ahead, yo. Like, I give you permission. Like, you got canceled, bro. You got canceled. You know, and it was about fucking time. About time with that, yo. Because for me, again, I'm not a fan of academics. So I'm even wasting my energy with him. Anyways, guys, listen. I gotta play some music. Julz is gonna be unplugging with V-Henny. You know how that goes. So tune in, watch some videos, subscribe. You're gonna find all my Instagram information underneath. Click on it, follow me. Y'all know, man. I'll be back.
You violated. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. When you be in the same position, you don't be giving all the shit that I'm giving. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. It could all be simple, but you wanna make it hard. I'm talking 10 feet deep, and this time I think it's dug too far. Ain't nothing left for me to say, so I say sorry for the wait. Pay attention and listen, you can feel all the words when I say. Said okay. Hold up, let me get a minute now. Said oh wait. You gon' have to let me finish now. You better turn around and spit it out, cause I ain't about to let you in and out. Spinning rounds, better simmer down. I said spinning rounds, better simmer down. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. When you be in the same position, you don't be giving all the shit that I'm giving. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. Hey, it's a give and take when you win a game. And I'm giving my all, you ain't giving the same. I put it all on pause, I needed it that way. Cause how many more times am I gonna have to? I said I'm tired of giving and giving. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. When you be in the same position, you don't be giving all the shit that I'm giving. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. No, I ain't throwing the towel yet. I'ma keep you pressed till you feeling it. Straight losing your mind, leave you reckless. Drop you like a dime with the funny shit. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. I said I'm tired of giving and giving. When you be in the same position, you don't be giving all the shit that I'm giving. I said I'm tired of giving and giving.
Still throw your name in the dirt. I ain't got friends with them 50s and 100s gon' work. Hey, work. I had to put in the work. If there's a problem, we might put your man on the shirt. They say that they love you, but still throw your name in the dirt. I ain't got friends with them 50s and 100s who work. Hey, I remember I was down. They used to laugh in my face like a clown. $0 in my checking account. Now I pull up and I'm shutting shit down. Couple of baddies just hanging around. They fuck with us then, but they fuck with us now. Keep it 100, let's keep it 1,000. Pray every day cause I'm trying to stay calm. Yeah, my name is in the system. I ain't go penitentiary. I just stay playing victim, but they the ones trying to get me. I could've been 6 feet, driving local doing 60. Put my eyes and let the car do the work, I just talking to me, watch your damn mouth. I know niggas from the trap house, I'm tryna buy him a mansion. I started making the money, then I saw who really loved me. Ain't even touching a million, why you making me funny? I had to put in the work. If there's a problem, we might put your mans on the shirt. Say that they love you, but still throw your name in the dirt. I ain't got friends with them 50s and 100s gon' work. Hey, work. I had to put in the work. If there's a problem, we might put your mans on the shirt. They say that they love you, but still throw your name in the dirt. I ain't got friends with them 50s and 100s gon' work. Hey,
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you?
Look at this. Niggas crazy. Niggas trying to do a video. Yo, come on, put it to me and listen. My music video, man, these niggas is fucking with the whole vibe, bro. I can't even come back to the hood and chill, man.
Yeah. FJ8 shit, nigga. Why you do that? If I want it, I'ma need those. Shoot my shot like a free throw. Was yours and mine's little freak hoe. When I fuck, I go beast mode. Wait. First off, don't talk if you ain't bout it. Run in your crib, run you out it. Rather be with it than without it. Drowning, I do not know what a drought is. 448 with a powder. Some shit that I go out of town with. She laughing, Givenchy Chanel for the fashion. She want me to break her fraction. Then she gon' fuck for the captain. Why you do that? Balenci's, why these niggas they envy? 45 make them Ricky. My niggas really in the streets. Tempt me, I'm everywhere with his mixy. You know I reach roll with my 60s. I take us all past me the glizzy. With me, all of my niggas they with me. All of my niggas they drippy. I got the drop so I'm drippy. Wait, in 3. Or we can bring out the GT, pull up and smoke up all of the GG. Free Chico and Leaky. Bad bitch, you can leave me. I don't need you, you need me. Make this shit look easy. Believe me, if I want it, I'ma need those. Why you do that? Shoot my shot like a free throw. Wait. Was yours and mine's little freak hoe. When I fuck, I go beast mode. Wait. First off, don't talk if you ain't bout it. Run in your crib, run you out it. Rather be with it than without it. Drowning, I do not know what a drought is. 448 with a powder. Some shit that I go out of town with. That potent, all of my niggas important. Catch him, wet him like a dolphin. Hit him up, I'm a monster. You laughing, run up on him, I'll stab him. Hit him up, I jab him. And know you bitches, y'all average. Big chips, nigga, I switch in the lane, ho. Show they ass fat like J-Lo. I hit the bachata Romeo. Freco, no so pendejo. Got the tutu with my Lego. Rasta, Tego. Balenci's, why these niggas they envy? 45 make them Ricky. My niggas really in the streets. Tempt me, I'm everywhere with his mixy. You know I reach roll with my 60s. I take us all past me the glizzy. With me, all of my niggas they with me. All of my niggas they drippy. I got the drop so I'm drippy. Wait, in 3. Or we can bring out the GT, pull up and smoke up all of the GG. Free Chico and Leaky. If I want it, I'ma need those. Shoot my shot like a free throw. Wait. Was yours and mine's little freak hoe. When I fuck, I go beast mode. Wait. First off, don't talk if you ain't bout it. Run in your crib, run you out it. Rather be with it than without it. Drowning, I do not know what a drought is. 448 with a powders. Some shit that I go out of town with. If I want it, I'ma need those. Shoot my shot like a free throw. Was yours and mine's little freak hoe. When I fuck, I go beast mode.
Yeah. Go. Guess I'm back on my bullshit. Full clip, shooting for the kill on some hood shit. They say I'm fly every day, hit a million plays. Now they screaming that I'm hood rich. I don't lie about shit, cause the niggas that I'm with, they know I ain't a bitch. Never sold a brick and I never bust a clip, but don't tempt a nigga cause I do pick up quick. Live from the gutter, walk miles in the summer. Niggas try to test, you can try if you wanna. Been through the wars where they try to keep me under. I've been hit in the head, you can tell by the stutter. I get it shaking like Parkinson's. I park your shit, whatever fucking park I sit. These auctionists, they probably gon' block my shit, but it's the price you gotta pay when you talk like this. To the sky, you ain't gotta tell no lie. You ain't gotta tell no lie. Tell no lie. You can hear in the streets that this nigga got the streets on fire. Streets on fire. Put my hand on the Bible, if you dance on my rival, you'll die. Well, if you see me in the crowd and you see it's going down, tell me, are you gonna fucking ride? Don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Tell no lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Don't tell no lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Well, if you see me in the crowd and you see it's going down, tell me, are you gonna fucking
I don't lie, and these lines commit crime with these rhymes. And time again, I win, don't hold it in. These lyrics that's from the spirit is given to me. I'm nice, no price on my soul. My soul is worth gold, and golds get reach. Soccer cleats, I chop the beat, drop the heat. From the hood where they find peace and shooting the beast. Take bodies, leg is the least. Dark Kings is the beast from the east. Don't be part of the feast. In the concrete jungle where we all wanna eat. Living with the villains and they part of the streets. Never let your ego take part of the beef. Then it go down like your local freak. Things start busting, hit all head like concussions. When it comes to being nice, no discussion. Money rule the world and the world I'm fucking.
To the sky, you ain't gotta tell no lie. You ain't gotta tell no lie. Tell no lie. You can hear in the streets that this nigga got the streets on fire. Streets on fire. Put my hand on the Bible, if you dance on my rival, you'll die. Well, if you see me in the crowd and you see it's going down, tell me, are you gonna fucking ride? Don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Tell no lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Don't tell no lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Well, if you see me in the crowd and you see it's going down, tell me, are you gonna fucking I'm a ride? Heavy hitter, known to do a lot of things. Bad tailor nigga, known to pull a lot of strings. You see me shooting for the top and I'm close range. I'm blowing up for my city, just hold the propane. No pain, no gain, that's some real shit. Finna knock these mainstream rappers off real quick. Whoever don't like it, y'all can go and suck this dick. This young nigga right here ain't gonna take shit. I'm a boss, bitch. Bossed up, bossed down. Young nigga doing it, so y'all gotta pass the crown. These fake ass niggas getting knocked the fuck down. I ain't gotta say it twice, cause I said that shit loud, loud. You left your body contact, nigga. Mic is off, safety better stop that, nigga. Finger on the trigger and about to show who's really got me snapping on these beats like, oh shit, he's a killer. You ain't gotta tell no lie. You ain't gotta tell no lie. Tell no lie. You can hear in the streets that this nigga got the streets on fire. Streets on fire. Put my hand on the Bible, if you dance on my rival, you'll die. Well, if you see me in the crowd and you see it's going down, tell me, are you gonna fucking ride? Don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Tell no lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Don't tell no lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Don't lie, don't lie. Well, if you see me in the crowd and you see it's going down, tell me, are you gonna fucking ride? Fucking ride.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? We back in the building, man. It's your girl V-Henny, and we have Julz
Hey.
How are you, hon? How's
Um,
everything?
Everything's great. Thanks. Just happy to be here.
And well, listen. I'm happy you're here. I gave her some Mama Juana, right?
She's
And
trying to kill me, is
I-
what she's trying to do.
AKA death.
Oh no.
Nah. But I just want to say thank you for taking the time being here with me during this whole fucking pandemic.
It's crazy.
You understand? And cheers.
Cheers.
It's a dope episode.
Hell yeah.
Bang, right here. And that's how it's done. We're drinking that Presidente.
Ooh.
Coño, the Puerto Rican came out of me. Sometimes I be thinking, I'm Puerto Rican, but with this whole Mama Juana situation, people be like, yo, you Puerto Rican or Dominican? But what's good? How you doing?
I'm good, hanging in there. It's been a crazy ride these last few months. Crazy.
Oh my God. Yo, let me tell you something. You be going ham. Bro, she be going ham. Like, you don't want, don't give me that. Don't give me that. You see the halo?
It's like half halo, half devil. You know what I'm saying?
You go ham. I sometimes like see your post and I'm in tears. And I usually like, I'll hit you up through DM and I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
the other day you did that. You were like, you have me dying.
Because you was like, first of all, I forgot what they said. They said
Russian roulette.
Yes, Russian. When they were like Rush and roulette, I was like, wait, what? I know I did not see
I could
that.
not. I'm sorry. Even though it's not that serious, I couldn't take her serious after that comment. Couldn't.
I couldn't either. But, has this pandemic, let's jump right into it because those that don't know who you are, as I mentioned earlier, singer-songwriter, you're, pop singer and R&B as well, you know. Has this pandemic, has it affected you negatively?
I'm going to be honest and upfront like I always am.
Okay.
Yeah, it has. First, obviously, whether you're an independent artist or major artist, it has affected music across the board because we can't travel and do events and shows, or go to interviews the way we did before COVID, you know?
Yeah.
So music-wise, yes, definitely. That hasn't stopped me from writing.
Okay.
I have released 2 or 3 songs since the whole COVID situation happened. The whole point is to stay relevant.
Okay.
So with music, it has definitely negatively impacted me, but also given me time to further like soul search when it comes to my music.
Gotcha. That's how I feel. Like I tell people like not for nothing. Like I know, I know this pandemic affected a lot of people. A lot of people lost many like loved ones. I was like, but I am grateful for this pandemic because it allowed me to like soul search. It allowed me to like go back to my passion because I've mentioned to many people like I was starting to lose my passion for music.
Oh yeah.
So have you been there?
Many times.
Because I know you started at 14.
Yeah,
musically.
Yeah, I did. And the thing is, I never lost passion. I feel like I don't want to say I lost passion. I feel like I get kind of down in the dumps. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times people I've been involved with in the past regarding music have like managed to push it in my head that the end goal is just to become famous and rich. And, that's when you start to really lose your way because you start kind of gearing towards their direction. You know what I mean? So I would say this last year and a half, a lot has helped me grow as an artist and realize it's not about just that. Of course, that would be a great perk, but it's about using your music to feed the souls of others and to release your own demons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As I was reading your EPK, right? I noticed you started at 14.
Mm-hmm.
I started at 14. I started originally as a rapper.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, and I started at the age of 14 as well, but it was writing poetry. Like poems,
me too.
Yes. So, and it's dope, right? So, like, I know as far as like that, like, it led me to, from my poems, it was just a way for me to escaped a lot of my pain. Was that the same reason? Like, what was your reason for starting music, writing at that?
Writing. Poetry was more of an expression.
Okay, yeah.
I've been through a lot. I feel like everybody has been through some major things in their childhood. A lot of us suppress it, and a lot of us express it. It just depends on the type of person we are. When you're a creative, you want to use an outlet to get those feelings out. You know what I mean? You want to express yourself. So when I started writing poetry, it was around the same time as I started to hit puberty and started to have different feelings and started to think about my childhood more. My father, my biological father, who I've never met. Like, I started thinking about all these different things.
Okay.
I feel like it's a hormonal thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. You become a creative at 14, if that's the age, but that's why I started it, to express myself. I felt very misunderstood.
So coming through, like, looking at your process, right, from 14 to now where you're at, like, I'm sure, I feel like we all as creators had moments where we want to, when you're doubting yourself, you're feeling uninspired, and you just want to call the quits. Have you I'm sure you overcame it. Have you been in that place? And if so, how did you overcome that?
Actually, yes. January of 2019.
Okay.
Was a really rough month for me. I was going through a lot of different changes in my life.
Okay.
And I went through writer's block so bad. I was like, screw this. I don't want to write. I don't want to sing. I don't want to do anything.
Okay.
And that's just how I felt. I felt lost. Without music, I always feel lost. But at that point that was actually a turning point for me, because I felt lost even with music.
Okay.
In my life.
Yeah.
So I had writer's block for a while, and I said, you know what? The problem is, I'm not emptying out my heart.
Ooh, bars.
Right? I'm not emptying out my heart. And that's the reason why I can't write the way I want to write.
So when you say you're not emptying out your heart, what exactly does that entail of?
Putting my blood, sweat, and tears more so now into my music than I ever have before.
Okay.
So typically I write about everyday life, life situations that everyone goes through. I like people to be able to relate to my music. But in the song My Remedy, that's the song that pretty much broke my writer's block.
Okay.
Because it's about being my own medicine and getting through something by myself and being my own strength. And that's really what I wanted to portray through my music, but also what I wanted to get out. I wanted to get that negative energy out of me, and I feel like that song really did it for me.
It's crazy because I'm like, every time I speak with someone, it's like when we're facing our demons, bro, like that shit, it's no joke.
It really isn't.
It's no. And then as an artist, as a creator, we're emotional people.
Yeah.
So I feel like it hits, and I'm not trying to downplay anyone or take away from your experience, but I feel like it hits us. I'm sure it hits you harder.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Opposed to others, like, because you as a creator, you're going through all these, the insecurities, the self-doubts, the whole, the transformation, like, I feel like it's a constant, there's like levels to this.
Oh, definitely.
So you're handling that, overcoming that, and now being the fact that you was able to overcome and overcome that writer's block, because I feel like writer's block is an issue. Like, what's like I know there's many moments where you had minor setbacks with that, but what other techniques you can tell others to like go through, like when they're dealing with writer's block?
With writer's block, I have learned myself not to force it. Okay. So if I'm sitting, and I normally sit down at a table and I have my notebook in front of me, because I actually write. Like, I don't, a lot of people use their phones now, and no, that's not me. I actually.
Is it me, or is it like, does it come out more? Like,
it just, I don't know. It feels like you're taking every piece of you and you're putting it through the pen onto the paper. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels so much better. And if I am having trouble writing, I buy a whole brand new notebook.
Really?
A whole new notebook. I feel like the energy from the notebook. It's
interesting.
Weird. It's weird, but I feel like if the notebook ain't right, the song ain't right. Like, I'm not gonna write right. You know what I mean?
Yo, I never heard that. That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it makes sense though. For me, it does.
Yeah, if I go through a negative experience and I'm writing all this negativity in this book and then I try to write a song, I'm like, shit ain't gonna work. Bloop, bye. Go to Barnes and Noble, buy a nice Italian leather notebook. I feel all pretty and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then I just write my stuff. But if notebooks are not working for me, because sometimes that happens too, where I just feel like it's too forced. You know, it's too forced. I really want to do something different. I'll drive around in my car. I'll throw the beat on in my car and I'll just start coming up with words and melodies in my car. And as I'm doing that, I have a voice recorder on my phone.
Okay.
I throw that on, and as I'm just improvising while I'm driving, it's being recorded on my phone so I don't lose it.
Damn, that's smart. Yo, Jules, what would you say is your downfall? What's your downfall? Because you pretty much your interview, like having this interview in itself, I feel like you're prepared, you're ready, you're well spoken. You know, you write your own lyrics. You have the vocals. It's not like you cannot sing.
Thank
so
you.
what is it that you feel like is your downfall? Why do you feel like you haven't reached to the level that you are expected to, like you expect within yourself?
I honestly, I always say honestly, but I'm always outspoken and blunt, so I really, it is what it is.
I do the same thing.
Right? I'm like, honestly, girl, you always honest. What you talking about? There are two things. One, sometimes I have self-doubt.
Okay.
Okay. And that's when you're going like back and forth with your demons, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second is financial. Everybody knows that as an artist, money talks and bullshit walks, right?
Yes.
So a lot of times, especially as a single mom, you know what I mean? It's like I'm doing everything on my own. I'm self-taught in a lot of different things because I know obviously you have to be able to do certain things without having to pay for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to be able to do those things without having to pay for them. So I've taught myself a lot along the way. But when it comes to other more expensive things, you kind of have to plan, prepare. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the planning and preparing sometimes can take a little bit longer than I would like to financially.
Okay.
You know, so I feel like the financial part is definitely an issue, and not just for me, for a lot of independent artists.
No, financially that is an issue for a lot of artists. Let me ask you this question, right? Because looking at your Instagram, looking at your social media platform and your interaction with you interact with your fans or your following, do you find it difficult? I've never seen you perform, so my first question would be, can you draw a crowd?
Draw a crowd, like as in bring people to an event?
Yes.
That is a difficult one, honestly.
That's what I was asking, because the reason, like, I feel like with a lot of artists would be that's one of their issues, and why before this whole pandemic, you had the whole promoters versus artists, you know?
Yeah, because they want you to be able to bring out a crowd, and honestly, while that's amazing, and shout out to the people who have the ability to draw a crowd, my people are everywhere.
Okay.
So it's hard. Like, you know, I'm from New York, but I don't live here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so people will come out, but it's not enough to build a demand for myself.
Gotcha.
In order to build a demand for yourself and your brand, you need to be able to draw in a crowd.
Okay. So do you think as a brand, social media wise, or social marketing, are you okay? Like, are you able to produce as an artist, or is that something difficult within like your brand?
For social media marketing?
Yeah.
I love social media. I love it.
I know, I see it.
I love it. You know, I love to interact. I love to post things that people wouldn't normally post. And with my music, it's not what a lot of what you're hearing today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of heartfelt stuff, realistic stuff. So I feel like I draw on a different follower than most.
Do you, as a singer, a songwriter, do you feel like R&B? Because it was like at one point you was hearing that whole, you know how you had that whole trend, hip hop is dead, right? But then you also had like another trend where it was like R&B is dead as well. Like, do you feel like that? Like this new age of R&B, you feel like it's lost its passion, its roots?
I feel like all we need to do is just grab the air, you know. That doesn't happen anymore. No, I'm gonna stop. You don't see nobody grabbing the damn air anymore.
Yo,
I'm gonna start grabbing the air.
I'm telling you, I do that all the time. I tell people if you lucky I don't have the vocals because I got the air. I got the
air. You grab it from here, grab it from there. I've always been taught like in the camera, you put your hands out,
Like come here.
Yes. Sexy. But yeah, I do. I kind of feel like all genres are mixed right now. And
is that a bad thing though?
No. Like I was going to say, I used to be like, trap music. But when I started listening to the beat, I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, I don't know what they're saying, but I like the beat, So what I started doing was taking beats that are more trendy, and I started singing over them. Like just home, like messing around, during this pandemic. And I'm like, wow, like, so you can really create your own lane with this type of stuff.
Okay.
I have a different type of voice. So there's like soul trap. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I know soul trap.
So a lot of people, they're not really singing, but they're not really rapping. It's like right in the middle type of, and I like it, but me, since I have a different voice, I kind of twist it. You know what I mean? So I don't
twist it. How you twist it?
I twist it to the left and to the right, and
okay, tato like that. All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I like the mix. Like I said, I don't know what they're saying most of the time, but there are some that I'm like, wow, okay, you did your thing. So
I think. Speaking of the pandemic, right? And speaking of like the new age music and stuff like that, right? Now, I feel like one of the difficult things within this year was the whole adapt and adjust, right? So as an artist, how do you feel? And let's keep it honest. I mean, you are for the most part, but how did you feel with this whole Insta performance?
Listen, the next person who freaking charges me money.
Well, you got charged?
Yo, check this out.
For Insta performance?
Listen,
nah.
No, I'm going to tell you what. Okay. Obviously this girl doesn't pay attention to me on social media. Not because I'm popular or nothing like that, but because I have a mouth and I speak up for myself. She's like, oh, I'm offering this, this package, you get, to be on Amazon and you get to be on YouTube and you get to be on my Facebook.
Okay.
And, it's a live performance. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. Well, thanks for the invite. And she's like, yeah, that'll be $20. And I'm like, okay. So me being the person I am, I'm a realistic person. If you have a great following and it is actually going to benefit me in some way where I'm like, oh, wow, like there's a potential to gain new followers, gain new fans, like get seen, heard, whatever. So I started looking at all of her social media and I'm like, you could shove that $20 up your butt.
All right, let me ask you this question then, because I charge as well. I don't do Insta performance, so I'm not knocking anybody, but when it comes to certain things, I do charge. Now, if let's say, just for example, you don't know me, you see my social media, what are your thoughts? Let's keep it a buck.
Honestly, V, I've wanted to do an interview like this for a long time with you because it's not, it's a collection of things. Okay. If I see that you have a grind and I see that people really, am I allowed to curse?
Go ahead. No, you can't fucking curse. No fucking cursing.
I just want to make sure,
No fucking cursing. Like my grandfather would say, no fucking good. No fucking good.
Oh, the great old grandfather.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if I see that people fuck with you, and it's not just for an opportunity. Okay. I'm a real person. I'm down to earth. I'm outspoken. I love people in general. So if I see the way people gravitate towards you in a positive way, not just for opportunity, that automatically puts a light on in my brain. Like, wow, okay, so people really fuck with her. And then, I saw that you have the artistry and I saw that you really engage with the people on your social media. So, girl, I've been following you for years.
Because, no, and I know that, I've been following you as well. And I know we've spoken in the past as well, but I shit happens, I learned, throughout, just throughout life, you learn not to take things personal, you know? So, but I constantly, I know we've seen each other social media wise. This is the first time we met. You understand? Yep. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Bless you.
Bless you.
Ever do that again? You're fired. Nah, just playing. Nah, but you understand, like, I know, you know, I like me meeting you like right now, like, and I listen, the energy, but I knew the energy was right through social media because I love the bluntness of you. You understand? Like,
thanks.
So I feel like I've always tell people I don't like yes men. I hate a
you ain't
fucking,
never gonna get it
and
over
I know with you, I know with you, you will be the type like, V, don't you ever fucking do that shit. And
I do. That's the only way to be, is honest. You know what I mean?
But you
real.
have to be. But in this industry, it's hard to find that. It's hard to find that with promoters, with, you know, or, you know, just in itself, because we are, not everybody, but I feel like in this industry, it is a crab in a barrel type of setting. Or, you know, where, you know, like everybody's just, I want to see you do good, but not better than me. Not everyone, but
that's why, honestly, I became a loner, and I taught myself a lot of things.
Okay.
Because I'm at this point in my life and my music career, okay? And this is not to be cocky at all, but this is how you have to be, because it's smart.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody, and I've had many people come to me with contracts, okay? Many.
Okay.
Independent. I simply ask them this, and I even say, not to be disrespectful, but I have to ask for my own good and my own career. What is it that you can do for me that I can't do for myself?
Absolutely. Because, yo, when I look at your face, first of all, you ain't fucking when she writes blogs.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? Like, I mean, I do follow you. So you do write for other art. You know, you do have other, like, aside from you being a singer-songwriter, you are a model. That was dope, by the way.
Thanks.
I was just like, yo, I was just like, the fact that you're like, get the fuck out, skinny bitches.
Oh, I don't care. I'm like, thick
like, and the fact that, you know, we do live in a society where perception is key in a sense, right? And it's sad. But, you know, and you're comfortable in your skin, and to like, you know, like to make others feel like, damn, is, you know, back when I grew up with like, damn, I gotta lose weight. I gotta do, you understand? Because I gotta look like the 17 magazine, or
yep.
You understand? And it's like, so because you're comfortable in your skin and you're able to model, and you was featured on Splash, correct?
Yeah.
So shout out to Splash. Dope.
Yeah, shout out to Splash.
To be featured on that and then be comfortable in your own skin, and you was recognized by Rick Ross, right?
Yeah.
That's dope. I understand, like, that's dope. But
that was
it's
huge.
Just it is huge. That's a fucking major shit, because the key factor is you're comfortable in your fucking skin.
And that's the only way to be. I feel like, you know, I mean, obviously nobody's ever going to be 100% comfortable. Okay. I mean, I used to be 250 pounds.
Really?
Yes. And I lost the weight by myself.
Okay.
I was a candidate for surgery. I didn't want to go that route because I as a nurse, I just knew there were too many risks. So I decided to lose the weight myself. Now, granted, I'm not even where I want to be yet, but I don't want to be a toothpick. And when I started modeling, I wasn't expecting it to become modeling. I was just expecting it to be promo as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So my first photo was me in a hoodie and some jeans and like just looking regular schmegular, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then KJ of Smoke Magazine, shout out to KJ, he actually asked me to model for him. He's a great photographer. He does a lot of like, you know, high-end events and stuff. And me and him just built this photographer model relationship, and he did that photo that got recognized by Rick Ross. And I didn't even know about that photo being recognized at first, because I honestly, like, you know, I wasn't paying attention to his stories, you know what I mean? But everybody, all of a sudden, my notifications went crazy on Facebook.
Wow.
And everybody's tagging me, Jillian, Jules, you got tagged by Rick Ross or whatever. So I went and looked at it, I screenshot it, bloop. I was like, oh, that is like going in my memories. Like that, it was a great feeling.
I mean, that's very well deserved.
Thank you.
That's dope. Listen. Let me fucking get recognized by Rick Ross. I'll be like, yo, we're gonna take a music break. We're gonna come back. Y'all already know the vibes, yo. We got Julz in the building.
Hey.
Bro.
Artistic coat my jacket. Came in this bitch my ratchet. Whole lot of bricks in that attic.
Reebok drip, that's classic. All of my dick in them comments. All of my dick in them comments. They be all of my dick in them comments. Iced out chain, change climates. Cut it. I put that grip to it smelling. Now that boy yelling and telling. Most of my uncles is felons. Baby, let's rock and roll. They go the boys below. Look at little shorty, he wildin'. Bitch, I got no stylist. I need the Benjis. Can't fuck with no bitches that's friendly. Keep it a buck, that's a Fendi. And most of these niggas is envy. Yeah, I break the bank. Walk in the club and they give me a section. Look at me flexing. All of these bitches they keep me from stressing. New phone, who this? I'm tryna fuck on like you and your sis. Who can I pick? Too many bitches, I don't know who to pick. Come here, Abe. He wanna play, get shot in his face. My shooters is lace. We from the Ville, we didn't come here to play. Shaking that ass in that thong. That nigga be mad when she hearing my songs. He like turn that shit off. She twerking, look back like, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, nigga? Shorty,
Gabbana, nigga, we on you. Count up the bills to fuck up your karma. Gabbana, nigga, we on you. Count up the bills that cut up your karma. I came out the dope hole. The east is the coast though. I took a trip to the west to lace up baguettes and lay in a low. Hydraulics, we pressed that. Presidential, we'd elect that. And she was my side piece. He went and he kept that. Stop thinking with your heart first. Lay the target on your mark first. Wahlberg with your mark verse. I bring the madness like it's March 1st. I'm bringing the rim down. That's 2 for the 10 now. I'm stomping the beat up. I'm making the Tim sound. You begging for credit, your bitch is a headache. I'm high off the medics. The man who just said it's the man who just bet it. You niggas be starving, the hand is just fed it. Your life is a movie, I'm here to just edit. A cap and a cane that came with the debit.
Shit easy, nigga. You hear that? Put my pops in dimes, nigga. Dimes, nigga.
Doge. Gabbana, nigga, we on you. Count up the bills to fuck up your karma. Doge. Gabbana, nigga, we on you. Count up the bills that cut up your karma.
Gabbana, nigga, we on you. Count up the bills to fuck up your karma. Flow, shit easy, Big Bell, George. He loose. These niggas bitches be loose. Mainly there are two types of misinterpretation of money. First is that money is in. Bad people earn money. Good people are poor. And people who earn money go away from God. People who don't have money are near to God.
They say I'm ridiculous, but I don't see what the big deal is. I need a couple of billions, I need a 100 floor building. I don't do a counterfeit, so now they're in love with the realness. I did it first like a pilgrim, I pull up all black like a villain.
Wake up, homie, I ain't in the mood. I check my agenda, got 100 things to do. Thought that when it's sunny in the coop. I heard that the money was the root, but they can't show the proof.
Treat that bag like Nike for the check, and I just do it. What's all this confusion with this money I'm pursuing? Cut some people out cause they were plotting and I knew it. Gave that girl a chance, now she upset because she blew it.
Hello, how you doing?
That's how they be hitting my line. You know that money is time. Had to stack up and wait for mine. Completed the mission, I had to get it. I needed space and vibes. Bought some new real estate on the upper side. Money making made me come alive. My enemies fade away, cause I'm getting paid today. And I got some in the store like layaway. Be honest, I paved the way. Superman could've saved the day. Same way I couldn't stay the same. I had to go through some major pain. Wait, ain't no more games to play. They say I'm ridiculous, but I don't see what the big deal is. I need a couple of billions. I need a 100 floor building. I don't do a counterfeit. So now they're in love with the realness. I did it first like a pilgrim. I pull up all black like a villain. Wake up, homie, I ain't in the mood. I check my agenda, got 100 things to do. Thought that when it's sunny in the coop. I heard that the money was the root, but they can't show the proof. Wake up, homie, I ain't in the mood. I check my agenda, got 100 things to do. Thought that when it's sunny in the coop. I heard that the money was the root, but they can't show the proof.
Tell me how you feel, baby, can we make a deal? So your heart I can just steal, yeah. Hey, you know I'm afraid of love. Wish I was afraid of drugs. Maybe love is just another drug, you never get enough. Give me my cleats, I gotta run for the team. Step on the beat, she leak, it's routine. Now I'm just chasing this dream. Haters been filling the seats. I'ma make it to the amphitheater like a diva. I've been smoking on a reefer. We gon' hop up in the beam and take a drive, take a drive. Nothing really better when you posted by my side. Take a drive to the coastline. I'ma shine on my own time. Little shawty so divine. With the way she be looking in success. Yeah, I swear that I'm never gon' forget all of the words that you said. So when you party, girl, just know that you're my world. Take a drive to the coastline. I'ma shine on my own time. Little shawty so divine. With the way she be looking in success. Yeah, I swear that I'm never gon' forget all of the words that you said. So when you party, girl, just know that you're my world. Mixing with these potions and then jumping in the ocean, waiting for a current just to pull me out to sea on purpose. Yeah, I'm burning and just learning, conversating with the serpents and be turning. So I just got zero reasons like my service. Whoa, talking no bars. All I know is I'm just going with foreign cars. Little baby, you can come and be my co-star. They ain't gotta fuck with me cause the flow hard. Big old world, but a single girl on a Friday night. I'm really right on world. Take a drive to the coastline. I'ma shine on my own time. Little shawty so divine. With the way she be looking in success. Yeah, I swear that I'm never gon' forget all of the words that you said. So when you party, girl, just know that you're my world. Take a drive to the coastline. I'ma shine on my own time. Little shawty so divine. With the way she be looking in success. Yeah, I swear that I'm never gon' forget all of the words that you said. So when you party, girl, just know that you're my world. Big old world, it's a big old world. I'ma shine on my own time. It's a big old world, yeah.
Chill with V-Henny. You have to understand that your
man.
liver better be
V-Henny's
prepared.
trying to kill me. Oh my God.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's
That
go.
shit came out of nowhere.
Yeah, she was like, where the fuck that shit came from?
You did that shit like mad suave. Like, I'm like, where the fuck did this shit come from?
Well, nah, man, but not going like let's going back to your music, because I know you have a single. It's called Toxic, right?
Yeah.
So Toxic, I'm assuming is just self-explanatory. It's just about dealing with toxicity.
Well, it is dealing with toxicity, but it's dealing with a narcissist. Okay.
Oh my God, dude, tell me. I mean, you know what?
I held this single for a long time, mainly because there were other singles that I wanted to release. I kind of wish I had released it sooner, but no time like the present, I guess. So when I released it, it's just me explaining that, haha, like you thought I would never be nothing without you because that's what you embedded in my brain. But I got away from you and I'm doing perfectly fine. You know?
That this is a like true events.
True events. Any song that I've ever made is based on true events. It is never just a story that I'm telling.
Have you ever told the story like from someone else's perspective?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
I am writing a book.
Are you?
Yes. I'm writing a novel based on true events in my life, but it's also gonna be based on other, like it's gonna go in and out of scenes, kind of.
Okay.
So it'll be based on other people's lives and perspectives.
What made you go that direction?
Because I know a lot of us have demons and things that we deal with presently that are more rooted from our past. So my book is going to be called Back to the Roots. So I look back to my own roots, and you're gonna, in the book, you're gonna look back to other people's roots that you may not even know, but see where they were then and the reason why they are the way they are now.
Gotcha. Damn, that's dope.
Thanks.
Now going to back to Toxic, right? You know, so the reason why when you mention narcissism, right? And it's like, so like I'm not personal with my situations, however, or my relationships. Like, so I was like, how did you overcome that? And the reason why I'm asking is because like me dealing in a very toxic relationship, and at one point I was called a narcissist. I was called narcissistic. First time in my life I was called that.
You don't come off to me as a narcissist.
But so with that relationship, I was even asking, like, I had to hit up like exes, and I was just like, yo, what am I not like narcissistic? You know, I came to find out like when you're dealing with people who are narcissistic, it deals with a lot of manipulations. It's just it's abusive, you know, emotionally, mentally, just in many formats, you know. So now you have this song Toxic, you know, obviously it's something that it's personal to you. What made you even like share your story with that? Because it's like, it's deep.
So
narcissist, like dealing with narcissism is deep.
I'm going to explain something, and this is the first time ever I'm speaking about this, okay? So I'm just going to let that be known. I've never spoken about my feelings regarding the narcissism situation that I dealt with. I have been physically, sexually, mentally, verbally abused, okay? And I just got so tired, and I never knew what narcissism was until I started researching the behavior patterns. Okay. And I found many things to, you know, to reference, you know what I mean? And as resources. And I realized that the only way, and this is going to sound really fucked up, but the only way to get rid of a narcissist is to become one temporarily. So,
I mean, meaning you got to put yourself first.
No, I actually obtained narcissistic traits to counteract what he was doing to me.
Interesting.
Manipulation, gaslighting, triangulation, whatever I had to do. I learned those traits. And I know it sounds crazy, but when you go through so much abuse on and on and on for 2.5 years, you have to figure out a way of survival. So I figured, okay, the only way to get rid of him is to become a narcissist myself and drive him nuts. Okay. So I started portraying myself as a narcissist, doing exactly what he did to me, I would do it to him. It was like a mirror effect. And then finally, I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm not a narcissist. It's like just draining. It's negative energy. I don't want it. I'm not a narcissist at heart. I know I'm not. So what I did was I exposed him and discarded him. And those are the two worst things you could ever do to a narcissist, like a narcissistic ex or man. Expose them and discard them. They are built on ego.
Yes.
Okay? If you hurt their ego, woo, child, watch out. At that point, I was so broken and so over it. I was so tired. And I was like, if I don't get out now, I'm never going to get out. I'm going to die. You know? So I decided that I'm going to expose him and I am going to discard him. And it's exactly what I did to get rid of him publicly on social media.
That's what I'm saying. It's deep because dealing with, like I said, dealing with narcissism. Let me tell you something. I can now say, like I tell people, I can now say that I feel like I am in such a great place emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're dealing, and I'm not saying like, I'm not going to blame the, like whatever, like the other person, because I take accountability to my shit too. However, when you're dealing with, like for me, I'm like, at one point I started questioning myself, like, am I narcissistic? You know?
Yeah. I think we all have tendencies. I think we all have tendencies.
We do. I like my attention. Don't get me wrong, but I like my attention from my partner. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. It's not like I want my. It's not like I have to like no. Because this time like chill. Like you could be with your family. Like go with your family. Go with your friends. Like. But
space is needed.
Yeah, space is definitely needed. But so to write a song about that. I find like, for me personally, is dope because one, it's personal. Two, is just I feel like not too many people show like not too many people like put it out there with narcissism when you're dealing with toxicity.
And the thing is like even with this song, you don't necessarily have to link it to narcissism, but I can guarantee that a lot of people, whether man or male or female,
anybody could relate to toxicity.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I call it toxic waste. And it's not like, I don't blatantly put it out there, narcissism, but anybody who's dealt with narcissism will feel my words and they'll know. And that's how I feel about my music. Like I wrote a song, I sent it to World on Your Shoulders. That's about being a single mom. And I sang it over a hip hop beat because I feel like sometimes an R&B beat just ain't gonna cut it.
Mm-hmm.
I need that boom bap type vibe with my voice over it to get my feelings across. And let me tell you, like through even that song World on Your Shoulders, like I've had many submissions of pictures of single mothers and their children. So like I always try to do that with my music, try to kind of lure in a crowd by involving them. And the same thing with toxic waste.
So let me ask you, like, so basically most of your songs are based on your personal experience. You don't think you're too comfortable with that?
Oh, I definitely do, which is why my next song is completely different.
That's what I'm like, because I'm like, when are you gonna step out of your comfort zone?
And this next song, I definitely am. Okay, like, I was gonna say nothing, but I like to rap. Okay, but I like to rap by myself.
Okay.
I like to rap by myself. I'm not really into the whole, putting myself out there, as a rapper, because I don't consider myself a rapper, but I do consider myself eclectic. And I love rap and I love hip hop so much. So I have been creating a song built around, it's like a sexual song.
Okay.
And it's about candy and my hoo-ha.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm really excited about it. I sent my lyrics to
Welcome to the candy shop.
Welcome to the candy shop. It's a female candy shop though, okay? But yeah, so I sent it to a few people because I'm like, I don't know if this is whack. Like I've never rapped before, And everybody I've sent it to was like, yo, like that's dope. Okay. So I'm really excited about it because I'm going to rap on my first verse you know, have a dope ass hook and then sing the rest of it. Like I'm not trying to be like a legit, like just a rapper, but I want people to see that I'm not just always so serious. Like I could be sexual, I could be funny, I could be witty. You know what I mean? So talking about the pandemic, that's what brought it out of me. Cause I'm like, I'm fucking bored.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? I don't want my fan base to get bored. Like, oh, here she goes, the brokenhearted bitch again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want people to be like, oh, okay.
That's that. I mean, but that's because I was always wondering. Because I'm like, yo, I mean, if you're writing, because I feel like so many people you get comfortable. Not so many. I'm gonna speak for myself. Sometimes we get so comfortable in our own story, in a sense, right? Or you get comfortable. Sometimes sometimes being toxic is normal. You know?
Yo, it's so crazy you say that. I just posted that shit on my fucking Instagram story.
You?
I said we get comfortable we get comfortable with toxicity. We think it's love, but it's just comfort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you have to kind of get out of your own way. And that's the same thing with music. You have to get out of your own way. You know, yeah, you get comfortable and you're like, this sounds dope, but really everybody's just bored.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to kind of step away from what you're used to and allow people to hear a different side of you.
No,
right?
That's how I feel, because sometimes we get so used to that shit and we think it's normal. And it's like, I always say, it's until the universe forces us to make those changes. And that's when we're like, shit.
That's what happened with that beat I told you about. I told her about a beat. This dude I didn't even know. I never talked to him a day in my life. Okay? He commented on one of my posts with this link. And typically, like, if you just spam my shit, but he came at it a little different. So I was like, okay, click. Yo, the beat spoke to me. I was like, how much is this fucking beat for exclusive rights? And he said, oh, it's this, and that. I said, no problem. Here you go. PayPal. All right, bada bing, bada boom. I got the beat.
Okay.
And I was having trouble writing. Remember what I said earlier? I was having trouble writing on a piece of paper. But that's because sometimes that could be forced. When you're thinking about sex and you're thinking about, like, you know, the sweetness of somebody else, you're not thinking about writing on a fucking piece of paper. So what did I do? I took that shit to my fucking car and I wrote a rap. So I am excited as shit.
So wait, what's the name of it?
I haven't thought of a name yet.
Okay.
But I'm.
Oh, wait. Can I get exclusive? Like, what's up?
I'm not doing that shit right now.
No, I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about when you decide to drop it. Can I get an exclusive?
Girl, hell yes you can. Hell yes you can.
I swear
I'm
to
like,
God.
right now, don't throw me on the spot.
Like, I don't even got a title, V.
I'm gonna be like, see ya. I'm gonna turn my fucking face around like.
I mean, if you don't mind, no pressure, like, you know. But if you don't mind, I would love to have an exclusive on that.
You got it, definitely.
Because if it's something out of your comfort zone,
girl,
I am V-Henny, aka you need to get the fuck out of your comfort zone. You understand? Like,
well, this is the place to be then to drop my new single when it comes out.
That's
because
dope.
It's really, really different.
So your single now though is Toxic Waste, right?
Yeah, that's my most recent single.
Okay. How's that going?
It's going good. I mean, honestly, you know, with the pandemic, me working as a nurse and everything, the streams are great. And, you know, I've gotten a lot of great feedback. But with working so much, honestly, like I veered off a little bit. I'm always honest with myself before anything. And now I'm like, nah, like, fuck that. Like, just because you work in 16-hour shifts doesn't mean that you can't hustle and get back to business on your music. That's my passion.
Can you find it on all platforms?
You can. It's Toxic Waste, Julz, Julz. You can find it everywhere.
And
Google
there's no
it.
excuses, because if you go to where I have all my information, you're gonna see all her information there too.
Hey,
so
no excuses.
Yeah, there's no excuses to support. So I don't get people like, I'm like, yo, support.
Just click a link.
Yeah, like
just click it.
Like, stop your shit, y'all. Like, nah, that ass. So, but you know, I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm happy that we were able to actually physically meet. You know, I look forward to your success.
Thank you.
I definitely do, because everything that you have accomplished is very much well deserved.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
And it's not easy, especially as a woman in the industry.
Girl, I'm telling you. And that's why I'm so blunt. People are like, oh, you're just like so blunt and like out there and raw. Yeah, hell yes, I am. Because I want people to know, don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny, right? Like, because like looking at social media, like we've been dealing with a lot of like pedophilia, like, or like sexualizing Like as a woman in the industry, have you dealt with that?
Yes, and the thing is like people got it twisted just because I post like provocative pictures or like, you know, classy yet sexy pictures. They think that they could just come in my inbox and be like, hey, you know, they'll present me with an opportunity, but then that opportunity links to me having to do something. No.
Okay, so how you feel about this term? That term where it's like, well, if you dress in that part, then you got to play the part.
I don't believe that at all, because what I do when I model is I take my internal, the way I feel inside, and I portray it on the external. Okay, so me being in a thong has nothing to do with wanting a man's attention. Let's just get that straight, because we all know in this room right now that when we go out as a woman, I'm not looking to impress a dude. I'm looking to compete with a woman. And it's not compete in a negative way. You know what I mean? But like, I'm just looking to be like, you know, I want to look feminine. I want to look beautiful. I want to feel beautiful. When a woman compliments you, it means a lot more than when a man compliments you. Because men, we just all know. We just all know. Yeah. But when a woman compliments you, that comes from a place, because women are insecure. You know what I mean? So I just feel like when a man does perceive me that way, I have to turn it around real quick and let them know I'm about my business. Just because I'm in a you know, promiscuous or like provocative type of pose doesn't mean that I'm like that. I'm allowed to portray that because I feel confident about my sexuality, about myself, my skin, my weight, my everything. But it doesn't mean that you have the right to come at me however you want.
I think that's what it is. Like, I feel like so many like people are, because we live in an era right now where it's okay to be comfortable in your skin. It's okay to feel like confident within yourself, you know, and sexualizing yourself, you sexualizing yourself,
right? Not
for others, but for yourself. And it's not necessarily saying sexualizing yourself. It's more saying like, you know, you could put yourself out there and with good intentions. However, I feel like certain people still have that in the box.
Who are you telling? You know how many people I had hit me up for my past, like, why are you posting pictures like that? Because I fucking want to. That's why. Because I like my left and my right ass cheek, and I want to show them.
No, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck, because I'm like, because we're in an era right now where like it's like cancellation, like cancel season, right? But I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? Where it's like, see, I've been surrounded by so many guys. I really didn't. I really wasn't around many women. You know, it was only 3 girls. The rest were guys in my family. So, you know, I have like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. My brother, he's the very respectful way, you know, guy. He, you know, graduated high school. I always tell people my mom has 3 boys and 1 girl. Mind you, is technically is 3 girls, 1 boy. But he was the good one, you understand?
Yeah.
And then we came out the outcast. You know, but I was always around your hood guys, right? So it's like you hear different aspects. You have those that do respect women, but you also have men where you hear like, well, if she's gonna dress like a hoe, then we're treating her like a, you know, like a scum bucket. You understand? Which is sad. And me as a woman, like, I learned to, not that I say I never treated a woman like that, because me as a woman should, and especially when it comes to abuse or anything like that. So that's one thing that I would not do.
Right.
However, but I'm like, if you do, I had to question a woman. Why are you dressing like that?
And that's
why?
the thing.
Because are you looking, what type of attention you're seeking?
Exactly. And I understand that. You know, in person, obviously you see like I'm pretty much covered, right? I never perceive myself in a hoish, slutty, provocative type way when I'm in person. That's never gonna be me. You know what I mean? Like, I think you could be kind of revealing.
But I learned the difference. You could dress like that. If your actions or the way
body
you carry,
language.
Yes. If you carry, you have those that, because I had to learn dealing with the type of women I've dealt with. They like to dress, like you said. I like to show off what I have, and it's fine. I don't care. Like,
But it depends on how you react to the reactions.
If your body language or your personality in itself, then that's a different story.
Exactly. Yes. And that's, like I said, people perceive me a certain way on Instagram. On Instagram is where I post most of my modeling photos. A lot of men, they react to my stories or my pictures or whatever. And whatever, that's to be expected as social media. But when I'm in person, you definitely gonna know I'm not the fucking one. You know what I'm saying? Like if a man approaches me, even if I am dressed like sexy, but not like, hoish, okay, I'm gonna say. But even if I'm dressed sexy and a man approaches me the wrong way, you across the room would know exactly what the vibe was. Because I'll shake your hand. Like, don't get too close to me. Shake my hand. How are you? My name is Julz. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm professional. Just because I take modeling photos doesn't mean I'm unprofessional. You know what I mean?
No,
that's where people need to understand marketing and business. Sex sells. You know what I mean? Especially, like you said, I'm confident in my own skin. So I want to portray that. Not just because sex sells and it's business, but also on the contrary, because I want women to feel comfortable in their own skin. I want them to feel motivated by my pictures. So I feel like men are men. They just think with their, what I'm saying?
And I mean, men are men, yes, but I feel like it's just not only men. That you have women who look at other women like, oh,
like sideways, or
you have.
Oh well, that's a fact.
But you have. That's what I say. I don't think it's just.
I get
men.
a lot of backlash. Let me tell you something.
And like me as an openly gay woman, like you have like other. That's what I said. Like it all depends, with the fact that to me as an openly gay woman, I learned. And that's because again, the women I dated, I had to understand, like, I know I date attractive women. I know they like to dress sexy. So I had to view their actions because I actually love when they dress a certain way. You understand? Because I'm the type that I'm just like, yeah, that's me,
mine.
yeah. I've always been that type. So for me, I'm like, do you be you? But I need to see your personality.
You have to observe.
Because if your character speaks different, that's when I'm like, now I can understand what. Not that I can understand. I don't want to say it like that too, because not everybody does. You don't deserve to get violated.
Right.
As a woman, you do not deserve to get violated. And I speak about this because you again, going back to like what's going on with this whole pedophilia with like child pornography or just women in itself being violated from their innocence is a lot to take in. Being assaulted, especially in the music industry. You have women who are. Me as a lesbian, I remember when I wanted to I was gonna go to the studio, and I remember that one time that he was like, "Yo, I can make you big. I just need to see you naked." And I was like,
"Yeah.
First of all, I'm a bati. Second of all, like, you got the wrong motherfucker.
But that's what I mean. And they get very comfortable with approaching women like that because a lot of women are okay with it. Me, on the other hand, I'm not. I had a major celebrity's manager in my inbox talking to me, saying he could do X, Y, and Z for me, but he had to be able to take me out and kind of, be on another level with me. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to decline. It doesn't matter to me. I want my talent, my grind, my passion, my hard work. I want that shit. I want that shit to shine through besides all the sexual shit, And I had a major producer that I met in person contact me through Instagram trying to, and I'm like, nope.
Before you perform your song, right?
Mm-hmm.
My question to you is this, like, let's just say we didn't know each other, but I heard about you, right? And let's just say like July 3rd is we're in the third phase in New York, right? I believe so. Third phase. I believe we're in the third phase in New York. I'm not sure. But let's just say like I'm like, yo, I bet. Third phase, I already got my dates, right? I'm gonna do a show. Julz, what makes you headliner for me? What makes me wanna make you a headliner for my show?
the fact that I grind hard as fuck, and you know that my personality's dope, and that I could sing. No, for real though. Like, honestly, because even though I can't draw, because of the situation, the pandemic and everything, I can't draw a huge crowd, but I would definitely, you could sense my passion through my music. My music is relatable. When people see me sing, I swear, like, silence, crickets. And that's happened to me so many times before, and that's a great feeling. But it's going to be a memorable experience. Not just the fact that I could draw in a crowd, or the fact that I have bomb ass music, like the fact that it will be memorable. People will remember me.
And I asked that question because, again, like you said, you have difficulty with certain things, whatever, which is something you have to just work on at the end of the day,
Yep.
like, but you have the interactions with people. I just feel like it takes the right people to work with for you to get to that level.
I agree 100%.
And because of the whole, again, going back to like the whole promoter versus artist, I've always been the type, like, look it, like, I love talent. I think anybody knows about me. Like, whenever I do my shows, a lot of people tell me, like, yo, you stay bringing, like, I fuck with your shows,
right?
Because you bring talent. And I'm like, I've taken so many L's because I believe in talent. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. There was many times where I'm just like again, recently I was just like, I'm taking too many L's because I believe in the talent, but they're, like, you guys are not helping me either.
Right.
So it's like, Mike, I guess going to that, like, how can we help me help you? How can we do that as a unit, promoter and promoter, curator, whatever, and artist?
I feel like it's a lot of, obviously, social media takes precedence over a lot of things nowadays. I feel like a lot of it is cross promo. Like I told you, like when we were talking, you're like, I'm going to promote it. I said, I will follow your lead. Right?
Yes.
So as soon as you posted about it, what did I do?
You followed my lead.
I followed your lead, and I took the link and I said, you subscribe, follow. I put the link right there with all the emojis, like,
yeah.
And people reacted to it.
They did, actually.
I feel like importance is also being in somebody's inbox when you're engaging with them. Like, I'll send it to people's messenger, like their inbox, and they'll be like, oh, dope. I'm like, please go like, comment, and share on it, because not only is it going to help the algorithm, but it's also going to bring awareness to the situation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about all the likes. I care about the awareness. I want people to be aware of the situation. I want aware of the event. I want people to all eyes on the situation. So I feel like cross promo is definitely important when it comes to social media. As in, like, an event, I feel like you can help in any way. Like, let's say a person can't draw in a crowd, but I can help you set up. I can help you with food. I can help you with, street promo, whatever I can help with.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a collaborative effort. Unfortunately, I feel like that's lacking. You know what I mean? I feel like promoters are like, yeah, just sell these tickets and come fucking perform. Who cares if you're talented? And, because I've been on that bill with it's 25 people, and you're just waiting, like, okay, the indie scene who actually try to bring people out and promote it. I give you guys credit, because it's not easy. I've seen the other end of it. I've seen where you put more in than you get out. I've seen it many times, and honestly, the first time I ever saw that for myself was probably about a year ago.
Okay.
So I was like, damn, like, promoters really be taking an L sometimes, and that's why they get frustrated with artists. And that's why you said sometimes it's promoter against artist, because just like any situation, we're not seeing from each other's perspective.
That's what, like, I've been trying to figure out, because I'm like, yo, bro, like my artists, the ones that I like, when I say my artists, I'm talking about the artists that usually I work with in events, and they constantly come to me. There's times that I had to tell them, like, no, you're not doing this show. And they're like, but V, I'm like, no, bro, you do all my show. Like, go to like, I had to tell them, like, go to another, like, go hit up somebody, step out of your comfort zone.
Right.
I'm that type of person.
Now, what would you think, like, because, all right, I went to 2 Method Man and Redman concerts.
Okay.
And I met their opener.
Okay.
Dope ass artist, like boom bap type artist.
Who's their opener?
Oh God.
I think I know who you're talking about. That's why.
I gotta think of his name.
We'll talk about it before.
Yeah. I gotta think of his name because Seneca the Misfit.
Okay.
So I met him. You know, I was being like, you know, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
So we exchanged information and we met after the show. And I feel like that's a good look. They have the same opener for every show. Okay. I feel like that helps build his fan base. That helps build their fan base. They're cross promoting on Instagram. Like, I feel like that's a good look.
Okay.
You know, so if you have a show where you're going to allow somebody to have residency, I think that's great, depending on the artist and their grind.
That's where, so like, for example, and like, so I've been talking about this for like maybe a year and a half, right? 2 years. I've been saying, you know, I've been telling a lot of people, I am planning on stepping away from showcases because that's showcases opposed to residency concerts, like real concerts. In a sense. There's a difference.
Oh yeah, there is.
And I'm like, for me, for example, is like I'd rather have that headliner. And I remember having an argument with somebody, right? Because I was like, and it wasn't my show, but I was managing, right? And they were like, "Oh, there's so many artists." I was like, first of all, that has nothing to do with me. Second of all, if there's so many, I was like, he's the headliner. If you really come to think about it, you have to, as the headliner, you have to have your openers. They're like, oh no, how does it feel like a headliner should never be end? I'm not saying he's the end. What I'm just saying is that he should have his openers.
Right, a headliner always has openers.
Thank
always.
You. And it was just like, I feel like a lot of people,
they don't understand business.
They don't understand business. They don't understand what the fuck it means to be a headliner.
You know what it is because they're selfish. They're thinking of the end result before they even go through the process.
Absolutely, because you have these, he's a headliner. Well, he needs to perform because of this, because of what?
Or the people who demand money and don't have a following or nothing. Listen, I'm at a point in my career. Excuse me.
You get 2 more left. One more. Now you get the fuck out. No, just like
I got a tickle in my throat.
Oh shit, no.
I can't. I feel like people don't understand that you're not just going to get paid because you want to get paid. You know, a lot of people are like, I should be getting paid for shows. And it's like, you have to build up to that.
Yeah,
like I mentioned before, it's all about demand. You know,
but it's supply and demand.
Oh, of course.
Bro, I'm talking to a business major. Supply demand.
Of course. But I'm saying if what you're supplying is lacking.
Exactly.
Or people are not looking for it or they're not intrigued by it, there's not going to be supply and demand, point blank, period. You know what I mean? But people automatically like, I have this many followers on social media, so I should automatically get paid for the show. Or why do I have to wait 25 people in line for a showcase and don't sign up for a showcase? You know what I mean? Like, think outside the box if you don't want to do that. Because I'll be honest, a year and a half ago, I was like, I really feel like I am done with showcases. Because first of all, I'm usually typically the only pop and R&B singer at a show.
Okay.
Typically, they're all rappers, which is no problem. I love rap. But if I don't fit in that...
No, it has to make sense.
It has to make sense. And throughout a couple of years of my music career, I felt like it didn't make sense. You know? So I feel like now I would be ready for a residency. Or at least to, plan towards that.
Okay. I think you should. Like I know with my events, the art of music, when it comes to, I remember I was saying, I had to tell an individual, right? Cause I had an openly gay artist and he was poet, but also like a screenwriter as well. So he did like a whole monologue, right?
Oh, okay. That's dope.
Yeah, it was dope. And I had a rapper, they tried to criticize him and I had to cut that to end. And he was like, I thought this was a hip hop event. And I was like,
It's whatever event I feel like
I mean,
making it.
that too. But I was just like, what do you want when it's called the art of music, and I have it in acronyms, TAOM. So, what is it that you do not understand when it's called the art of music? That's one. Two, don't you ever disrespect the artists that I work with. And I'm talking that for me, you're even at this point disrespecting yourself. So I'm the type that I'm like, I could give you your money back. I don't give a fuck. And I think this is why I have that reputation where I'm cool as fuck. Or you have that V can be a bitch, or V can be, because I would tell you your music is whack. I would tell you your music is whack. I would
Please do. Like that's
no, I would, because I'm or I wouldn't even play your music. I would leave you on red. Like everybody knows how I am. Like those who work with me.
I can't stand when people ask, oh, let me know what you think of this, or just throw a link in your inbox, or thanks for the support, or show me support, or whatever, and you listen to it, you give them constructive criticism, and they get mad.
You have
listen. If you don't have thick skin when it comes to your music, if you're not ready for criticism, if you're not ready for people to talk shit about you, not like your music, not like you, then this shit ain't for you.
No, you're absolutely right, and this is why, like, what I felt like, if like. And another thing is, like, I feel like just because you're paying me doesn't mean that I'm willing to put you in my platform.
And that's what they get. That's where they get it misconstrued, because they're used to that, V. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to real. They're used to people just taking their money and shutting the fuck up.
Yeah.
But you are not a yes woman. I'm not a yes woman,
So that's why you're here.
Yeah.
So I want to just say definitely, we're gonna have Julz perform right now. I'm looking forward to this. I swear to God, I'm gonna be a cheerleader. I'm gonna be like,
where's the pom poms at? We gonna put V in the skirt.
I'm like,
drink another beer.
Yo, before we have you perform, where can we find you? Where can we find your music? Just everything, your outlets.
So you can find me everywhere at Julz Mancini, JULZ MANCINI. That's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can even find me on TikTok. But and my music, if you go to songlink.com and just put in my music /Julz, you'll find me everywhere.
And guys, all you have to do is just go to the description box. You're gonna find all her information. And we're coming back, and we're gonna play. We got motherfucking Julz performing live. So let's do this.
Never thought I'd be okay without you here. Always told me I was too weak, but look at someone's in a year. Stronger than ever, confidence is here to stay. You didn't get the best of me, I'm gonna win either way. You're toxic, toxic, poison, poison, you're toxic, poison way. You're toxic, toxic, poison, poison, you're toxic, poison waste. You didn't think I'd be here, but look at me now. You're toxic, toxic, poison, poison, you're toxic, poison waste. You thought I couldn't shine without your light. Found my way through the tunnel, made my way to the other side. You thought that I needed you, but you needed me. Have you lost your mind? You underestimated me, but you always did. I'm one of a kind. You're toxic, toxic, poison, poison. You're toxic, poison waste. You're toxic, toxic, poison, poison. You're toxic, poison waste. You didn't think I'd be here, but look at me now.
The Artistry.
Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, or outlets.
Follow us, the Artistry NY.